Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is Killing You, Grenadier Studios CEO, Spencer Pierce, to those who know me personally. I'm going to do something a little bit different with the Grenadier Studios vlog this week, or not this week, since I'm not doing this on a weekly thing. This is as info comes. I'm going to do a little video, just kind of keep it going smoother, also a little bit more for the record. Also was getting a little bored of having to type everything down, so this will be my thoughts as they are presented. First on the list, Total Annihilation Extinction. This is the big project that I've got going on with Dan Paul, and it's getting quite a bit of attention, especially from some of the team members. So far, work on that is pretty slow. I've hit a small snag with GIMP. At the moment, for some reason, GIMP does not like layers that are not square. It doesn't like erasing things in transparency. It's a little weird. It's going to take me a little bit to figure out, but because of stuff that's happened, I'm going to be able to have a lot more time on my hands to be able to do it. Like, within the next week, and then in a couple weeks, I'll have a full-time job, and so work will slow back down again. Anyway, that's pretty much done. Now for the other projects. Westwood Wars for APB. I just have to do one little thing with the Hind textures, and then that'll be ready for the very next release. Actually, by the time I get around to posting this video, Westwood Wars will already be zipped up and submitted to go. So, hopefully, by the time any of you watch this, you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. And, actually, I mean, not see what's going on. You'll see the file ready to download. The pack is pretty cool. Even if you don't want the texture options, and there's plenty of alternate sound effects in there, some taken straight from Red Alert, some not really, some that are closer to Red Alert than the in-game counterparts. If you do choose to stick with the textures, keep in mind that these are textures that have only been seen in the cutscenes of the original game. So the heavy tank is basically reduced to its urban and its forest texture. The forest texture is modified a little bit. A lot of the textures are modified. Many of them were made by me. Some were made by APB Ice. I think there's one from Volkov and Kitchen from their Classic Textures pack. That would be the demo truck to kind of distinctify it from the supply truck. What's really cool about that is, and the pack as a whole, is it makes playing the game a little bit easier, actually. I mean, you can definitely, no longer are you going to be looking for light tanks hiding in the snow, since they're all desert, since the light tank was only seen with the desert camo in the original game, not counting the purchase icon. Actually, even counting the purchase icon, because it was a Desert Bradley. And then hopefully this will be the last release until 2.2 comes out, at which point I'm going to be doing it for the new medium tank, a few little things like that. The War Factories, I know, are going to look oh so much better in 2.2 with the brown siding texture, in addition to the team-colored roofs. But anyway. But once Westwood Wars is done for APB, I've got a little sound pack that will also be releasing alongside it. It is for Reborn, actually, so that'll be kind of interesting. Let's see here. The two basic rifle soldier sounds for GDI and Nod, they've got rifle sounds from the original game that work extremely well, and there's also a new kill sound effect, so there's no longer a doink. This one was taken straight from Tiberian Sun. It is still a little jokey and a little out of place. I'm going to be searching through XCC Mixer for a much better one, but at the moment it's pretty good and pretty nostalgic as well. And finally, the Buggy and Harpy, they they share a sound file, and they are using a sound effect from Tiberian Dawn. I mixed like 3 machine gun sounds from Tiberian Sun together. It was not easy, but in the end, it sounds amazing in-game, and hopefully you guys will be able to get a chance to play around with that. And then after that, there's really nothing the only thing I would do with Reborn, if I was going to do anything, would be to just take the Toxin Trooper, make all of his green parts of his armor red to be more consistent with the non-infantry, and even at that, that's really only a personal preference of mine, and it has nothing to do with anything else, so that's pretty good. My Lion King project is also being put on hold for the simple reason that I don't have a video editor. I'm looking on the internet to get a really good video editor for free. Either that or I might just suck it up and get the Adobe package, which would come with... I don't know how much I would spend on it if I did decide to go that route, but hopefully not too much. Probably going to go around... Oh, let's see here. Probably going... If I did do that, it would make texturing a lot easier because I'd have Photoshop back, and of course I'd have After Effects, I think that's what it's called, and that's going to make my life a whole lot easier. Another thing, one more thing, a little surprise announcement. This was kind of a last-minute decision, but it's definitely going to help with business and stuff like that to kind of keep you guys updated on the little things so I don't keep everybody in the dark. Grenadier Studios, within the next week, is possibly gonna get Twitter. That's right. So if you guys have a Twitter account, first of all, don't ask me to follow you or anything like that. I'm not... Twitter's going to be mostly for note-taking and business purposes. I'm not going to use it for recreation. I'm not going to look at the photos of your dog. I'm not going to retweet your posts or anything like that. It's just going to be for, like, minimal things, like, I just saw this movie and I give it this rating for this reason, or I'm testing this new thing out in-game and it's working well, or I'm testing this new thing out in-game, it's working pretty bad. Stuff like that, you know, little things. And I think that's it, really. There's not a whole lot to talk about. I will, depending on the response I get, I might or might not do another video log the next time I decide to do a major Grenadier Studios update. So, until then, this is Killing You, signing off. See you on the battlefield, soldiers.